What's up, guys? Welcome back to GameStop Saga Part 2, and this is what's going on in the markets right now. So today was a bloody day. Everything crashed pretty much. It was an insane market crash today. Everything was about down 10%, 223. And let's talk about our GameStop thesis, because actually GameStop did really well today, with all things considering. And this is part of the reasons that we talked about in the other videos, is that around February 22nd, February 23rd, February 24th, like this time frame, we might see a massive recovery in GameStop, and this would be possibly the absolute bottom. I was hoping that it would get lower than $40, but we've been holding really strong at $40 on the GameStop stock. That's been the lowest it's really gone. It dipped down to like 38 or so every a minute or two here and there during the day in one of the past trading sessions, but it really didn't go below the $40 threshold. So you have an insane amount of support at $40 for GameStop. And so, well, let's go through the disclaimer. We've got already all this hype that's going on here, but this is entertainment purposes only. This is not an investment advice. Take everything here I say with a huge grain of salt. Do your own research. Yeah, invest at your own risk. But again, entertainment, we're having fun here. Even though we lost a lot of money today, this is a great buying opportunity in my opinion. When all these red days happen, it's time to go buy the stocks that are good, that are on sale. That's what the red days mean to me. So let's look at GameStop, because I was looking for an entry point in GameStop, and I didn't jump in yesterday because yesterday it had a nice peak. So you can see we bottomed out around that $38, $39. And then on the Monday, when it opened, boom, up to 47, 48 bucks on Monday. And I was like, oh, god damn it, I missed the entry point. I had my thesis, buy the stock on 222. That's the low point. And my thesis was pretty much correct at every point except for the price point. I thought it was going to go down lower. I thought it was going to go down to about $20, maybe 25 or so, at the absolute lowest 15. But I was like really hoping that it would drop down lower so I could buy more of it. So when this happened, I was like, dang, I missed it. It did drop down some, and I was like, ooh, cool, awesome. And we still just held off a little bit because it was still a little bit high. I wanted to be more certain that this was going to be the entry point, because it was a little bit of doubt. So I wanted to see what Wall Street Bets was saying. I want to see what Twitter was saying. I want to see what other people were doing. I want to check out the short interest and so forth. So we let it ride yesterday to see how things would shake out. And then we got this nice sell-off this morning with the market crash, bringing this stock price down to 41.58. And this was an opportunity to get in at this cheap price. So I don't know exactly where I got in exactly. I can't remember. It's, many hours ago now when I purchased the stuff. But what we did is we bought 10 $42 call options for expiring this week. So it is a very short gambit. And as of now, I think we are already in the money on these things, because we were all up to $45, $39 on the stock. You can see this recovery play went up fairly nicely. After hours, it did drop down $44.95. So a small drop after hours, because there was actually some news that came out, some big news. And unfortunately, Wall Street thinks this is bad news. So let's talk about the news. And that is the GameStop CFO resigned as the company attempts to transform itself, led by Ryan Cohen. So this is a huge bull sign right here, guys. So it does say quote unquote resigned, and the conspiracy theories are all over the web already, because it doesn't look like, he might have resigned. He might have actually been fired, essentially, from the company. And you always do some nice PR like this and be like, quote unquote, yeah, I'm going to resign, even though you got your ass handed to you and got a pink slip and got fired. That's what happens in companies. No one wants to be the guy known as I got fired from GameStop for being the CFO. But let's take a look at the article here. So, quote unquote, he got fired. Maybe. We'll see. We don't know. Again, speculation on this. But GameStop just lost a key member of the executive team. Financial officer Jim Bell is resigning. The move is intended to help accelerate GameStop's transformation. That is huge. This is a huge positive sign right here. They're saying that he is an old dude that doesn't understand what GameStop is doing. We are trying to look for someone that is new, that can understand how we are going to grow GameStop and accelerate this transformation. Bell resignation is the first major executive shakeup in 2 years. Just under 2 years since he joined GameStop as chief financial officer, Jim Bell is resigning as of this week. In a press release, GameStop said it is looking for a new executive to take Bell's place. The candidate should have the capacities and qualifications to help accelerate GameStop's transformation, the release said. Huge bullish news right there. Senior Vice President and Chief Accounting Officer Diana Jaha will serve as interim CFO while the company searches for a permanent replacement. Bell was part of a new executive team chosen to lead GameStop out of a dire financial straits in 2019. And he honestly didn't do a very good job, so it makes sense that they would fire him, doesn't it? 2019 going down to 2020 and then 2021, the company kind of went to shit, right? They were closing all these stores. They were losing a lot of money. They didn't pivot enough on COVID and so forth. So, yeah, Bell oversaw GameStop's financials during an especially bizarre period of the company's long history, from historic low stock values in 2019 and 2020 to the explosive bubble in 2021 throughout the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. But again, the bubble, quote unquote, of the stock price was nothing to do with what he did as the CFO of the company. He literally just got lucky if they're looking at performance of like, yeah, he rose the stock price. No, he didn't raise the stock price at all. He sunk the stock price. Like, his involvement in the company didn't do anything positive for GameStop. So they've also said here, the executive teams come under increased scrutiny as Ryan Cohen bought up a major stake in the company in 2020. Cohen now occupies a space on the company's board, and he also has 2 friends on the board as well. Cohen published an open letter shareholders that criticize Sherman, Bell, and the rest of the GameStop executive leadership team. So, boom, right there. Cohen owns, I believe it's 13% or so of GameStop. We don't know if his executives, his buddies, own any other shares of GameStop. But right there tells you that Cohen did not like Sherman, did not like Bell. He penned this letter. He's now on the board. He now has a lot of power and definitely voting power with 13% of shares. It makes logical sense that they would just kick this guy out if he can get enough support. And any of the retail investors that are in GameStop are definitely going to support anything that Ryan Cohen says. So, yeah, I think the writing was on the wall. I think they were going to probably kick this guy out. And in return, they made a settlement of like, hey, I'm going to just resign to save myself the face of getting fired from GameStop. That's what I think happened. And yeah, a lot of people do think this. Wall Street Bets has this. Twitter has this kind of conspiracy theory going on. And it looks very, very plausible. So let's continue. Through our private conversations, we have explained to Mr. Sherman and the board, GameStop has the ability to pivot towards becoming a technology-driven business that excels in the gaming and digital experience worlds. Cohen wrote this letter. But this pivot requires the type of strategic vision that has not yet taken hold in the C-suite or the boardroom. I.e., we need to get rid of you fucking idiots that are on the board right now and start over and have people that actually know what the hell they're doing. That's what this means in layman terms. So it looks like everything is falling into place for the transformation of GameStop to be what Ryan Cohen wants it to be, which is an incredible bullish sentiment for the retail investors. The Wall Street suits and the big execs, they don't understand this. They're like, oh shit, a CFO is leaving. This is bad news, right? No, this is probably the best news that you could get besides some kind of tweet from Ryan Cohen or direct acknowledgement of the short squeeze that, happened and support for the retail investors. This is probably one of the biggest catalysts that you could get right now to help the stock go higher, in my opinion. And the thing is, Wall Street and the suits don't get it. They think it's a bad thing, which means it's even a better thing for us retail investors. So tomorrow, if the stock is still down or trending down, I'm probably going to buy more GameStop call options for this week because it looks like this thing is going to skyrocket. So we also now go into Wall Street Bets because this is where like all the troops are for GameStop. And you can see there's tons and tons of memes. People are hyped. And this was a big one here. Conan O'Brien has now taken a stake in GameStop. He is now bought in, and you can see on Twitter he released this, it looks like, and it's got 9,000 hearts within 1 hour and 423 retweets in 1 hour. So this is a pretty significant thing. When celebrities and activists jump on the bandwagon of a stock, it can spiral out of control. This is what triggered the, short squeeze, gamma squeeze, when Elon Musk game stomped and posted to the Wall Street Bets Reddit. The power of social media is unbelievable, and we need any and every celebrity to do this. And this is, like I talked about before in the other videos, great free press for Conan O'Brien. He didn't even say how many positions he bought. He could have bought one freaking share, guys. But just by publicly saying, yeah, I bought GameStop, I'm in, I support you guys, wish me luck, he is now potentially sparking a snowball effect of other people, the stock price going up like insane amounts, mass positive media coverage. Like, he is going to get so much value. And I talked about this. This is like a dream scenario. If you are like a C-list celebrity or B-list celebrity, you should throw some money into GameStop. You don't even have to say how much. Literally, you don't have to say anything how much. Just say, oh, yeah, I bought some shares of GameStop. Yeah, go guys. Like, huge positive press. Look, this is brand new 53 minutes ago. We don't even know how many upvotes are on here yet. But this is going to be a thing. Like, people are going to upvote it like crazy. And people are going to be like, yeah, he's our dude. He's with us. Apes stronger together and so forth. So, like, yeah, publicity is great. Like, they're buying publicity for themselves. And of course, it can backfire. Kevin O'Leary did do this, but he did look very disingenuous, and people called him out on his shit. So it can backfire if you are disingenuous and you do like hashtag tag Robinhood and be like, yeah, I'm buying GameStop, but I'm still using Robinhood because, Robinhood's good. Like, no. You don't want to buy GameStop and then say Robinhood is good. That's bad. Robinhood is bad. Like, Robinhood is nice for the new investors. It's very clean, very easy to use, but it definitely screwed the GameStop people over. So yes, I still have money on Robinhood because it's hard to transfer stuff off. Things are crazy right now. And yeah, we will eventually get off of Robinhood. Guaranteed, 100%. That is happening. We are going to leave Robinhood and go strictly to Webull. Webull is a better brokerage, and you can also get, I think it's like 4 free stocks. So the link is down below. For depositing $100, you can get like 4 free stocks, I believe it is. It's about a minimum of like $15 in value for free. So check out Webull if you haven't already. It is definitely way more complex and gives you way more data and information than Robinhood, but it is so much better. It also allows you to trade a lot earlier. You can trade actually at 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Webull. So highly recommend Webull. But anyway, let's go to the conspiracy theories and what people are saying about the CFO. So, Domo Capital Management, LLC, posted this about the GME CFO out, not because of failing to issue shares. He's out because failing to repurchase more shares, failing to refinance debt in 2019 before his current debt, failing to sell the international division before COVID, failing to move more aggressively, reduce the store footprints, and more. And he goes into these summaries. In summary, he did not resign. And again, this is a very, very popular sentiment on the web currently. And I think it's only going to get more popular as more people dig deep and discover, reasons behind this and put 2 and 2 together and figure out what's going on. Anyway, guys, that's it for the GameStop update. Hopefully, you are as excited as I am. I am definitely really long on GameStop right now. We'll also do real quick on the short interest, sort of. So these are the shares that are available if we take a look back. And this website is really, really cool. I borrow Desk. I will link that down below for you. So there's still 2 million shares as of now, accordingly, to be available and shorted. That's a decent amount of shares. You can see it was around 1 million. And I like this a lot because it shows you how much the fee is. And I'm assuming this is like the daily fee that they have to pay to short. I'm not 100% on this. I don't know the ins and outs of shorting. But yeah, so if we can see these available amounts of shares go down, and if we can see the fees go up, we'll see a lot more pain on the short sellers in this market. There was also a lot of data and research that was done, snooping, that found out that like people really didn't close their short positions. They just moved them over to like an ETF, which is a big group of stocks that has GameStop, heavily favored in this ETF. So yeah, there's still a lot of shorts in GameStop, and this definitely is something that still can be squeezed, in my opinion. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. As always, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the video. Tell your friends about this channel if you want to be entertained. And yeah, shoot the shit. All right. Later, guys. Thanks for watching.